There Jesus is going through the streets of Jerusalem. Oh, he suffers so much pain carrying his own cross. Where are they going? They go to the place of the skull. This place is also called Golgotha or Calvary. It is just outside the city, near the gate. A certain man from Cyrene is passing by on his way in from the country. His name is Simon. He is the father of Alexander and Rufus. When the soldiers see him, they shout, "Come here!" They put the cross of Jesus on him and force him to carry it behind Jesus. A lot of people are also in the streets of Jerusalem, watching what is going on. Do you see? Some of the women are mourning and wailing for Jesus. Jesus turns and says to them, "Daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me. Weep for yourselves and for your children. There comes a time when you will say, 'Blessed are the ones who don't have children.' There comes a time that you will say to the mountains, 'Fall on us,' and to the hills, 'Cover us.' For if people do these things to me, what will happen to those who live in sin?" Two other men, both criminals, are also led out with Jesus to be executed. When they come to Golgotha, the soldiers offer Jesus wine to drink. They have mixed it with myrrh and gall. It's bitter. When you drink from it, it will make your suffering less. But when Jesus tastes it, he refuses to drink it. He wants to carry the full punishment for the sins of the world. He does it freely. What a love! Then the soldiers crucify Jesus there, along with the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. Jesus is in the middle. But here, I hear Jesus saying something. Listen, he prays for his enemies and says, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." How great is Jesus' love for sinners. It is 9 in the morning when Jesus is crucified. The place where Jesus is crucified is near the city. It is a busy place. A lot of people are passing by. When they see Jesus on the cross, they also see a notice above his head. It is a notice of the charge against Jesus. Who has done this? Pilate. The notice is written in 3 different languages, in Aramaic, Latin, and Greek, so that everyone can read it. Do you see the words? It says, "This is Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews." It makes the Jews angry. They don't want Jesus to be their king. The chief priests go to Pilate and protest, "Do not write 'the King of the Jews,' but that this man claimed to be King of the Jews." Pilate doesn't want to change anything. He says, "What I have written, I have written." Before the soldiers had crucified Jesus, they had taken off his clothes. Now they are dividing them into 4 shares, one for each of them. The undergarment remains. This garment is seamless, woven in one piece from top to bottom. The soldiers say to each other, "Let's not tear it. Let's decide by lot who will get it." Hey, that was already written down in Psalm 22. There I read, "They divided my clothes among them and cast lots for my garment." So do you see? Even the Psalms are already pointing to Jesus. God always fulfills his word, because this is exactly what the soldiers are doing. Then they sit down. They keep watch over Jesus there. Near the cross of Jesus stands his mother Mary, also his mother's sister, and Mary the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. They are so sad. There is also a disciple of Jesus, John. When Jesus sees his mother there and the disciple, he says to Mary, "Woman, here is your son." And to John, "Here is your mother." From that time on, John takes Mary into his home. Even on the cross, Jesus cares for his people. Have you seen his love for you already?